Okay, well, we're back again.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
Had the internet go down on me for a second there. That's always annoying. Yeah, it looks like we're live. That's good. Now we got to log back in, but that's all right. We've already switched to our Marauder, so... And it looked like we were right at the end of a quest line, so... Oh, there we go. Yes, we are live now. We've been live for a minute again. All right, that's good. Bloody internet just crashing like that. Ugh. Annoying. Alright, let's talk to this young executioner again, the drunk guy. What are you looking at? This is a dance duel. A dance duel. Much more important than anything you got. Much more. You may be able to scamper up the rigging to the crow's nest, but can you get down? Not for a siren's teat, you great clodhopper. Begging pardon, Captain, but there ain't no Mikote alive heavier on her feet than a great Galutin Rogatin such as yourself. Ha! Well said, Captain, and well retorted. You bloody sunseeker, or was you a moonkeeper? What lands they got there? Bah, who even cares, am I right? Who are you, anyway? There was a whole passel of you afore, but now there's only one. That's a miser's trick, it is. Ugh, nope, nothing worse than a miser. This whoreson, what was a Madrigal, or Admiral, what was his name? He didn't like no drinking nor dancing, bad for corals. Corals? Can't be right. Corals! Ah, course you're right there, laddie. Should never doubt meself. Anyway, this Madrigal, I'll call him Madrigal Pinchfist, passed decrees like they was farts. He decreed no dancing within a hand's reach of spirits. But no Madrigal's smarter than a sailing man, and we just stopped reaching with our hands altogether. Ha! We invented step dancing. That showed Madrigal Pinchfist and his corals. Hey, that's right, fella. Gets me all fired up, too. Makes you think like, oh, I know, you want to dance? All this time, I just thought you was being churlish, but... No, I insist. Dance first, talk later. That's the way of it. Alright, so I guess we're going to be dancing. Do a little live hop step there. Hopefully the internet doesn't crash on me again. I hate when it does that. Why, you cagey sea fox, dance like sailing folk you do. Could swear there was 3 of you, or was I just... Never mind. You practically a brother now. You ask me anything. A cask of Dodozan's ale? Carried it off from Fisherman's Bottom me very own self I did. Hatch too, matter of fact. We'd already drunk all we had on board. Of course, Dodozan's getting paid for it, and someday. Don't make a difference if he frets a night or two, eh? Why, you reprobate whoreson, that's the tail of the cask ye lugged in. Blackguard, you dare call yourself a bloody executioner? All hugger-mugger about what belongs to who? Dodozan has the cods not to mule about the colors we wear, and ye play him for a fool? I'm sorry, Captain. We wasn't thinking it through. Gotch to fix that, I do. It's what they call a coral failin'. Adventure. I beg pardon for my man. I swear, Lemalian mistook him for an oyster and gave him grit for brains when she made him. Since you're already here, how about you square our account with Dodozan? Take this payment to him. We'd be much obliged. Alright, yeah, I can do that. You danced with us and all, so I'm trusting the guild won't inspire any moral failings in ye. That's some long keel on the Astalisa, if you take my meaning. Yes, we've played the rogue for a while. We know exactly what they do to people who steal from their own. I don't want to end up hogtied on the top of their ship. That might be the fitting punishment. I mean, you steal food and drink, that seems to be what happens. So let's go talk to Dodozan and give him his money. Angaraland, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just got back from the dentist about a half hour ago or so. Yeah, half hour ago. So my tooth is a little bit sore, but not too bad. Hope your day is going well as well. Or at least that you have no complaints. Today we're working on our Marauder. We got all the other starters to 20. Well, from Ulda anyway. Now we're gonna start working on Limsa Lominsa and get all of them, including the crafters, to 20. And then we'll go to Gridania and get them to 20. Oh, cool. Working on your relic weapon. That sounds like fun. Good for what ails you. Oh, that's a level 14. I won't even be able to turn it in yet. Well, that was a good idea. Good thing I was watching that carefully and made sure I was the correct level and everything before I started. Terrible. That's okay, we can start fighting now. We'll go talk to all the people around Limsa Lominsa a couple levels. Let's go beat up on some rats and things. Yeah, this is already going to go faster than when I was trying to level my rogue. I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong, but the rogue's DPS at the start until around level 15 or so seemed really, really low. Every fight seemed like it took a little longer than it probably should. Okay, we don't have anything more for them. Ladybugs, that's right. I always feel guilty squashing these ladybugs. It's like, what did they do to us? Nothing. They help the crops and everything. They're completely defenseless. And yet we're smashing them every chance we get. We're a good sort of people. We're so evil that, as Klinger used to say in MASH, may camels give birth in your bed. Now, maybe they'd be concerning, but I don't know. At that size, I think they would still just hunt bigger insects. I'm not sure they'd go after people yet. Now, maybe if we found a ladybug that was, you know, the size of some of the bosses later on, or maybe like this size, the size of a mossless gobu, then I'd be a little concerned. Because then maybe at that size, the ladybug would see us as, you know, a fairly good dinner. Oh, that's true. Our Lalafell overlords might have some troubles, because the ladybugs might see them as dinner. Because I know that lore-wise, some of the dogs near Drybone like to hunt Lalafells. There we go. I'm almost wondering if I should just turn the music back on and not worry about YouTube's complaints. Because I have been posting the videos on here and YouTube, but I don't know. Every time I try to put a stream that I've made from this game on YouTube, it gives me a copyright claim. That's why I always have the music off. From what I can tell, Twitch is a lot more relaxed about that. I hear a lot more, or see a lot more streamers with music on. Oh no, it's not. The very first video I ever made, there was no music other than what was in the gameplay, and the first upload I got before it even went live already had a copyright strike against me. Yeah, it said that the video would be or the video had copywritten material in it, and I had to either mute it, or all ad revenues, if the video got that big, would go to the artist and not to me. Which seemed weird, because they said the clip was only like 20 seconds long. It's like, so the artist would get like the revenue for the whole video, even though they were only somewhat in it for like 30 seconds? Less than that? That's weird. But that's why, in case anyone was wondering why I just don't have music on, because I do upload these to YouTube too, and it just makes my day a lot easier than having to open up the video, find where all the music is, and mute it in like a video editing software. And right now the computer I'm using, I bought a new one, but I'm waiting on a new video card. That's been taking a little bit, but that's to be expected. But the computer I have right now, it does not like video processing very much. It would take me hours to mute a 30-second clip. So I'm like, no, it's just a lot easier if I just don't play the music. Well, I only got one of the bee clouds. Why am I already running away? I'm starting to think I might just stop uploading to YouTube because I put all the right things down and everything so that people know the category and all that lovely stuff, blah blah blah. And of all my videos, none of them have even had a view yet, so it's kind of like, for all the headache, it doesn't seem to be really worth it. Or maybe I'm just lazy and it's like that's so much extra work for nothing, so I just don't want to do it. I'll admit it, that's the real reason I'm kind of thinking of dropping YouTube. It's like it's so much extra work. Is it really worth it? Doesn't really feel like it, so it's like, nah, I might just stick and be a sole Twitch streamer. Not saying that, yeah, YouTube is kind of meh. And from a lot of the big guys that I've seen that do YouTube streaming, they say that the rules keep getting more and more restrictive instead of less. I think the worst case that you can look up about it is the artist that wrote the song Dragonfire played that song live on his own channel, and YouTube took his own video down claiming a copyright strike. The dude owned and played his own music. There was no outside music being played. It was just stuff that he actually owned. And apparently it took 3 months, and the artist producer and a lawyer and the band telling YouTube to back off, that they didn't own the stuff. It was actually the person who played the music live on YouTube that owned it, before they would reverse their decision. So if you're just a small guy, there is absolutely no chance you're going to beat a YouTube's copyright strike. If the person who owned it and is in a major band had to go through that much trouble to get the decision overturned, someone like me would never get that overturned. There'd be no way. Summerford. We're close to Summerford, are we not? Yeah, we are. Let's go take a look. We need bogeys. Oh, we know where the bogeys are hiding. They're hiding in that one little cave that I just passed a second ago. Right over here. So yeah, YouTube has some pretty strict rules. Heck, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I put this video up if I get some kind of warning for bad-mouthing YouTube. Even though I'm not bad-mouthing them, I'm just stating fact. I can guarantee you that's not how they're going to see it. Well, if that happens, that's actually kind of a good thing, because that'll make my decision for me, because then I'll just be like, okay, yeah, no problem. You never have to worry about a video from me again. Even if I somehow get super lucky and become a huge Twitch streamer and get lots and lots of people, I'll never put anything on YouTube if that happens. I mean, I would rather go through the work of I would rather go through all the hard work of every now and then just re-downloading all my videos off of Twitch and then re-uploading them, because as a partner you can have the stuff for 60 days, but if you're not a partner it only stays up for 14 days. Whereas YouTube, any video you upload, nobody can delete it apparently, so it'll stay there forever. But I would rather go through all that extra work than deal with the policies YouTube has, because some of them are just absolutely ridiculous. That's the easiest way. I was going to use a different word, but let's not be too rude. And I don't ever need to become this big, rich Twitcher. That's not why I do this. But I'm not saying I would never want to make money. It would be nice if the channel gave me some kind of supplementary income. That would be beautiful, but that's not my sole purpose. Because I find most people that when they start making a channel all about the money, the quality pretty much starts dropping too, because then they become what I call chasers. They only put content that is big at the time, regardless if they're good at it or even if they know anything about it. And I really don't like when people do that. And then they act all like Pikachu faced when they have a steady group of followers that really appreciate a type of content they do, and then they swing in a wildly different direction as far as the content, and then nobody wants to watch them anymore, and they're like, what happened? It's like, well, if you have a particular game or something that you're known for and people love watching, if you switch to, say, well, let's use Final Fantasy as an example. Say you like role-playing games and MMOs, and you stream them and people love it and they like watching you play those, and then all of a sudden, just out of the blue, you switch to like Fortnite or something like that. There's a good chance you're going to lose like the majority of your viewership, because that may not be their cup of tea, and they might be like, no, that's not for us. And then you're basically trying to start all over again at the bottom. That's no way to be. But I think the problem is a lot of people, they get to a certain point and then they just think that their farts don't stink, if you know what I mean. They think they can do anything and everyone's going to just be accepting and be like, oh yeah, that's perfectly fine, do that. And then they get all shocked when their viewerships start dropping like stones because it's not something people are interested in or into. And even though I don't have a huge viewership, I do have my loyals, like you and Lord S. Dot and that, Lordly S. Dot and that. I just hope that if I ever start acting all high and mighty, you guys will be like, dude, we're about to slap your ass down if you keep this up. Because you got to remember, or not remember, but I think the best way to make a solid Twitch stream is to have a family of people that you enjoy spending time with, they enjoy spending time with you, and you try to grow that family. You don't try to be like, I'm the king, I know this and that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I agree with you. That's, in my, I guess, longer way of putting it, that's exactly what I'm looking at it as. What I like, or what I'm saying, is that I find streaming a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. If I can make some money off of it, even better. That'd be awesome. Because there's an old saying out there that says, if you do something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. So if I could make money off of this, I would be in that category of never having to work a day in my life. Though eventually, once I get my surgeries and that sorted out, I'll probably go back to work. Then my streams will be a little smaller, a little shorter. Won't be quite like all day streams every day. Yeah, Lordley's community is very chill. I like it. They joke around with each other. They have fun. There's no big egos there, at least not that I've seen yet. And I have to admit, it gets sad when you see someone who started off with small roots in like YouTube or Twitch community, then they get big, and then all of a sudden their head grows to like, 10 times the size, and it just starts becoming annoying to watch them. Yeah, that's good. If it's been months since you started watching them, you never see any big heads. That's positive. That's what I like to hear. Because I think what those big heads keep forgetting is the old expression with the parents is kind of true for Twitch too. The community made you. They can just as easily destroy you. You are never above your community, no matter what you might think. Especially once you get to subscriptions, then you're definitely not above your community. If you start doing stuff that your community just can't stand and doesn't like, well, guess what? Next month, they don't hit that subscribe button, and all of a sudden your big head starts shrinking with your bank account. Yeah, exactly. It is exactly like a house. If you've got a good, solid community, that's your solid foundation, and everything else is just window trappings. But if you don't have that foundation down, you really don't have anything. I gotta go to that little half circle. I keep getting lost. That's how it goes with me, though. I'm no longer embarrassed about getting lost, because it's just going to happen. I've just accepted my fate. I need a mod that's like a GPS that anytime I want to go somewhere, it just puts like this big blinking arrow on the middle of my screen going, hey, dumbass, this way. Nah, knowing me, I'd probably still get lost somehow. I don't know if you watch The Office, but I would probably end up being like Michael Scott, where the little arrow would be pointing saying, this is the best way to go. And there'd be like this giant cliff that'll kill me, and I'd still like run over it going, this is where the mod told me to go. I'm going this way. Man, I really love the warrior. This critter is just so ungodly. I'm wearing no armor, essentially, and I'm just destroying the things. Yeah, I can't remember what the episode was called, but there was an episode where Michael had installed a new GPS in his car, and they were going to a sales call, him and Dwight, and on the way, they were going to give away gift baskets, that's right. And on the way to giving away one of the gift baskets, his GPS goes, turn left. And he's like, I gotta turn left. And Dwight goes, no, it's telling you to turn left at the next intersection. And he's like, no, it said turn left here. The machine knows what it's talking about. I'm turning left. So he turns left, right when it told him, and they end up in a stream because... yeah, Dwight was right. They wanted him to turn left on the next intersection, not right where they were. It was actually a pretty funny episode, and I was like, I'm laughing, but at the same time I was crying inside, because I was like, that's me. That's totally me. That's something I would do. I could just see it. It would absolutely happen with me. That'd be turn left? Yeah, that sounds good. Let's turn left right here in the middle of nowhere. What? That's not where we want it to be? Oh well. I guess we'll have to call for a tow truck now. I don't think I'd be that bad. I'm pretty sure, you know, self-preservation and a little bit of logic would take over. When it says turn left and all you see is like an empty field and a stream. I don't think I'd be turning left, to be honest. At that point, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I'm not turning left here. But for older shows, going back even further in time, another person who was really good at map reading for main characters was Henry Blake from the TV series MASH. At one point, one of his soldiers gets stuck in a minefield, and they get out the map of where all the mines are, and they're like, can anyone actually read a map? And he goes, yeah, I can read the map. And he goes, okay. So he takes the map and he starts giving the one soldier, McIntyre, instructions of how to get out of the minefield. And then he's like, take 2 steps to the left. Now take 3 giant steps to the right. And then at the end he goes, and now you should be in the direct center of Seoul. And everyone, McIntyre just stops dead and his face like goes completely pale. And they're like, what the heck? And they look and they're like, Colonel, this is a map of Korea, not of the minefield. So they ended up having to get a helicopter to get McIntyre out of the minefield safely. But I just thought that was hilarious. Just the look on McIntyre's face when he's like, now, when you come to a stop here, you'll be right in the center of Seoul. It's like, no. We're in the middle of a minefield, not in Seoul. Big difference. That show was fantastic. I used to watch it like every night. On this one channel, I can't remember which one it was now. It would be different anyway, wherever you are, but there was this one channel that played 2 episodes of it at night, back to back. So there was an hour of MASH, and I would just make myself some tea, and I'd sit back and I'd just watch the hour of MASH. It was always pretty good. Well, that's actually not true. It was mostly good. Hawkeye is actually the perfect example to me of what I mean when I say someone going from pretty humble to a big head. Because I'd say by about season 4 or 5, it became like, yes, that's the kind of channel I would watch. But yeah, the guy who played Hawkeye, he went from a relatively humble person to this is the Hawkeye show, this isn't MASH. Which kind of got annoying, but what can you do? I won't lie, I was okay with it. Because even that was still kind of funny. I just wish they would have allowed other characters to get more screen time. Because all of them had their strengths and weaknesses, and some were funnier than others. But yeah, there was one channel that once did an entire marathon of the show from season 1 right up to the end. It was crazy. Okay, well, take care. I'll still be here. So enjoy yourself. We're just going to be killing these jellyfish. getting our revenge for poor Steve Irwin. That man was a monster. Saw an interview with him once. He got bit by a creature and he just kept right on chatting, and he was like, "Oh, this thing's got some pretty sharp teeth, huh?" It's like, well, I think I'd be a little more concerned than saying that with the thing, you know, chomping on me, but yeah, you do you. Wow, we're going up really fast. We've only been streaming for 35 minutes and we're almost level 10. Love it. Absolutely love it. That just means we'll have plenty of time to do the side quests. We did the side quests in this area, right? Yes. Yes, we did. We did all of the side quests in this area. That was good of us. Alright, next wild dodo. One more, I think. Yep, we're at 2 of 3. Don't you start trying to do your peckings on me. That's another level complete. Let's take a look. Oh, that's our entire job book done. Nice. Hunting log finished. Let's go back to Limsa Lominsa. We'll see if we can do some of the side quests there now. I just noticed that I have my bars set up like garbage. Hot garbage. Get rid of that, get rid of that, move that. There we go. That's better. That's a little more understanding. Now, I'm not going to stop the stream at between 6:30, but I will be taking a quick break at around then for about 15-20 minutes, where I won't be playing, but maybe then I'll switch to just answering questions if there's enough people that have any questions. Let's go, let's go. Move it, move it, move it. Let's go, worm. Man, that was another good movie. The Police Academy movies. Those were fantastic. The original Brooklyn Nine-Nine right there. Although, to be perfectly honest, I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine has been consistently funnier. Police Academy had its moments, but... well, the first movie was really good. I really liked it. The second one was alright. By the time you got to, like, the fifth one, I think it was just like, no. Old Kalkaya has advice for any adventurers headed to the missing member. If you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I'd advise you to turn tail and run. Captain Roswin is in no mood to be entertained in customers this eve, and even if she was, she ain't particularly good at it. Though maybe dealing with the customers the sort of shite that might shake her from her doldrums. If you mean to venture inside the missing member, you best remember to pay your proper respect to the captain. Least ye ain't afraid of going missing. Kneeling afore her would be a good start. Alright, well, we know about these missions. This means that we're going to have to use whenever you see a mission in orange, it means that, like a word written in orange in the mission log, it means that we have to use that particular emote. So we want to click on her, but not right click because that talks to her. We just want to do the single click, and then we can use the emote kneel. Now she should respond to that. There we go. Ho ho! So he knows his place. Good. If only the Krakens had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing every Garlean ship before we can take a crack at them. This is a sorry state of affairs when your crew are reduced to preying on the leavings of that mangy bunch of man-boys. Me younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Now we want to use the disappointed to show her how disappointed we are. Done. Oh, for shame, for shame. So you do know something of me pain, but your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. It's well and good we got the Admiral's permission to capture Garlean ships. What's the use if he keeps on getting beat to your prey? We built our reputation reeving right off the coast of Vildebrand, not sailing a dozen malms into the bleeding seas. The few Imperial dogs found in Limsa Lominsan territory get snatched by Krakens during hunting in open waters, that's it. I rallied me crew's spirits when I said we were reviving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seem resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. Okay, now we're gonna rally her. Huh? You trying to make light of me dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scrag, or I'll gut you with a hook, like a regular pirate. Wait, that's it. We're pirates, goddammit. So we should think like pirates. Bugger keeping Lominsan waters safe. We'll raid supply shipments to the Garlean outposts along the coasts of Aldenard. Ah ha ha, it's so bleeding simple. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Thank you for your unintentional inspiration, Scrag. To think I almost had you fed to the sharks. Oh, well, that's beautiful. I would have loved being fed to sharks, I bet. Not really, that sounds painful. So what does old Kelkaya have to say now? I gather your meeting with the captain went well. I could hear her cackling all the way out here. Well, whatever you did, thank you for it. Last thing we need was her going on another rampage, running deck swabs and leaving us with less meat. Tain't easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anyone can find a way, Captain Roswin can. Okay, you find your way. And you play all the nasty games. All the piratey games. Let's see. I think there's other side quests around here we can get. Yeah, let's get Rats in the Wharf. And then we'll go and get a sheepish request. And then License to Reeve. And Lost and Found. Bet you we're going to regret this, because I'll bet you anything all of those are going to be the creatures that are just outside that we should have picked up a long time ago. Oh well, such is life. It's alright. Jump! Danza has a simple yet profitable task for an interested adventurer. Are you in need of some trifling task to pass the time? Then I have just the job for you. Betaron is offering a reward for any adventurer who slays at least 5 wharf rats. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. Yeah, that figures. Exactly like I said. But before we turn that in, we're also going to pick up that other quest that we just saw. the sheepish request at the Bismarck, and then license to Reeve. So let's grab all of those. Because that was the plan, to get rid of all of the side quests on the Marauder now. Where is the... Oh, it's Culinarian's Guild, that's right. I shall be right back. 30 seconds, maybe less. Alright, we're back. I should have tested my new app or whatever, new widget that has a be right back GIF, but we'll try it later. I wanted to make a few more changes to it before I officially reveal it. I don't care if it's perfect, but I just want to change it to something that fits more my style. It feels more like me. I got a generic one, but maybe I'll find or be able to create a GIF that's a little more me. Laono needs help replenishing the Bismarck's larders. Beg your pardons, good sir, but you are an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon arriving guests, but I fear we're short on fresh lamb for the main course. I'd be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source, wild lambs. In case you are unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Abelfar, a sentry stationed in Bulwark Hall, just below the Drowning Wench. Okay. And that wasn't a suggestion, actually. That's pretty much in order, because it is now part of our quest line that we have to talk to the guy. So even if we actually do know where we're going, the game is going to treat us like we don't. What does Letitia want this time? Letitia needs someone to report a bilking patron. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest food and hospitality, and so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Nary a bell ago, a first-time patron did just that. Rishashmo is the one who lovingly prepared the man's meal. She is quite upset by the whole affair, and has taken it upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver it to the Yellow Jackets on our behalf? Shushmo should be done adding the finishing touches by now. I remember this quest. I did this on my main back when I was doing a run for top level. This is a cute quest, I think. Grr, I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godbert at the Coral Tower. He will know what to do. Alright. Well, we were going that way anyway. And I'm not just saying that. We actually are, because we wanted to get lost and found, and that's actually on the way, so good of her to give us the quest now, so we don't have to backtrack later. Let's get this one. Okay, Morden. Morden would like to make you a completely legal proposition. Oh, that always worries me. You want for coin venture? How do you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirating crews in Limsa? If you're interested, take yourself up these here steps to the balcony above and talk to Carvelian, our captain. Do right by him, he'll do right by ye. Alright, well, let's go talk to this captain. Caravelin. Let's see what Caravelin has to say. Greetings, friend, and welcome to the Seventh Sage, purveyors of the finest spices from the East. All of our products are guaranteed obtained through completely legal means. Oh, you do not seek spices but employment? Well then, let us speak of how you might be of service to our organization. Our Misery returned from her latest voyage bearing exotic spices never before seen in Eorzea. I have prepared 2 samples, each of which I would have you delivered to certain individuals. The first is for Ganad, whom you will find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Lingsgath, the head chef of the Bismarck. And do make certain the right person gets the right set. Go now, and return here once you have accomplished the task. Alright, well, that's good, because I think we have to go back to the Bismarck really soon anyway. So, let's turn all these in. Oh, yeah, hopefully it's okay. Like, if it's only 1 staple, it should be fine. But if it's more than that, yeah, you definitely want to make sure that they're still holding. If it's loose and it's coming out, you might as well just pluck it out. It shouldn't hurt. Depends on the location, though, because when I had my neck surgery for my spinal cord, the upper part of my neck, the C4 area, when they took that staple out, oh my goodness. By the time they got to the bottom one, the C6, I didn't feel anything. It was fine. But that first one, it actually made me nauseous, like seriously nauseous. But the rest came out no problem. But I was thinking in my head, man, if all of them make me feel like this, I'm going to be throwing up pretty soon. Although, let's face it, surgeons have seen worse, so I don't think it would even faze them. You are returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Next Marauder quest will be available from Worm Zone upon reaching level 5. Most of these people have such hard to pronounce names. I really need to look up a dictionary of Final Fantasy XIV and see if there's a dictionary online that gives you pronunciations for these names. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, the keepers of the peace in Limsa Lominsa. Is there aught I can assist you with? Well, 7th Sage Sampler, a set containing several exotic spices and instructions on how they can be used. Not something you would expect from the captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirates. Row names tend to be based on Welsh names. Well, maybe I could find a good Welsh dictionary. Maybe that would help. A sample of spice courtesy of the 7th Sage, you say? There's no mistake. This is fire sand and the kind used by the Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well, we will consider placing an order. Oh, you thought that you had brought me spice? I see you're not familiar with Carveliisms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Least you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Lamincian interests in eastern lands. And now we talk to you again. Lost and found? Junaid seeks help with a growing problem in Limsa Lominsa. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumors. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I've prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleagues in the Bulwark Hall? Delika is her name. My thanks in advance, friend. Alright, well, we'll do that. Let's see what Godbert would like. A bilker at the Bismarck, you want... Well, let's try that again. We'll start all over, because that was horrible. A bilker at the Bismarck, and you have an artist's rendition of the man? A drawing of a man pieced together from descriptions given by eyewitnesses to his crimes most heinous. What in the seven hells is this supposed to be? It looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. 'Tis our duty, after all. However, we'll need a little bit more to go on than this piece of art. It'd be easiest for all involved if Sushma were to come here and answer some questions. Please relay to her as much. Okay. Yeah, I do remember this particular quest. It's actually hilarious when we talk to her again. Axemaster Windsoen wishes you to experience a traditional marauder training method. Razor, you approach me with a marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade, and that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinarily physical strength. Thus we come to the core of today's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method that you, too, shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Bronhar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Alright, well that sounds interesting and good. Oh, speaking of, I think we can put on some different gear instead of running around naked. Oh, I guess we can. I guess I threw out that gear. Oops. Oh, now I have my leaf back. That's so strange. Yesterday I had a white symbol here. My name was in white. I couldn't figure out what that meant. It was driving me crazy, though. Bronhar. I'm calling him Brohar. The Axemaster told me you'd be on your way. My name's Brohar. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rodgim, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogues River. She'll tell you how it's done. Alright, well, let's go do that. We're only one level away from being able to do guild heists, so that'll be exciting. That'll get us at least a level or two. Maybe. Let's go back to the Bismarck, and then we're going to go finish the whatchamacallem, side quests that we picked up. Culinary. There's a lot of player icons in the game. It probably was the symbol for when you were in an instance. Oh. Yeah, it was weird because it replaced my leaf. I didn't have my little sproutling leaf. It was just a white symbol beside. A new sample from the 7th Sage? Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. And this one says, a set containing several exotic spices and instructions on how to use them. Not something you would expect from the captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirates. Well, same thing for both, okay. Ain't smelled nothing like that before. The note as came with it says it's a root that grows on Othard. Last I heard, Othard was under Imperial rule. How the Seven Hells did Cavalian manage to get a hold of this? And he wrote, I reckon I can cook up something fresh and new with it. Thanks for the delivery, friend. Okay, now let's talk to our little friend here. Ah, so you've spoken with Godbert. Wahahaha! Within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked up in a dungeon cell. And then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Godbert wants me to go to the Coral Tower for questioning. But what more information does he want that my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? I'm almost curious what she was going to do with her filleting knife. I think we might have the beginnings of a serial killer working in that kitchen. You can change your icon through party members menu. Right-click your name and edit search info. There's a party menu. Where do I find the party members menu? Character menu? I kind of under party. Maybe that would be under social. Oh, party. Party members. That's it. There we go. I found it. Right-click your name and edit search info. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. I actually didn't know that. Thank you for that. That's actually really cool. See? And here, Pixie was questioning if I'm a true sproutling or not. I may have a mane that's 80, but yes, I am definitely a sproutling. It's pretty hard to argue that. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is in no small part due to our affable courier. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are many still who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessings, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Yeah, it's like, you have a 80 somewhere, you're not a sprout. And I'm like, psh, really? No, trust me. If you see my knowledge of the game, or should I say lack of, I think I would pass the test of being a sproutling. It's actually embarrassing. Even though I do have a 80, I'll be watching Lord's stream and I'm thinking to myself, which instance is this? Which raid is this? I've never seen this. It's always cool to watch, though. I see all kinds of cool stuff. But since him and his friends and that have done those raids like a million times, obviously they just skip through the cutscenes and that, so I have no idea what story they're associated with or anything. I just see the bosses. But I keep sitting there going, well, that was cool. What the heck was that? I would join them, but I'm pretty sure a level 9 Marauder would get flattened in a half second. What's a good thing? That they skip through the cutscenes? I actually agree with that, because when I get there, I'll be seeing it for the first time. There's no spoilers. And it helps build some game hype for me, because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what this is a part of. Or, oh, I really, really need to see what that's a part of. So yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I've never, sent him a message saying, hey, do you mind just playing out the cutscene so I can see it? No, that would ruin the game for me. When I get there, I want to see the story for the first time. Because in these games, it's literally the journey that's important, not the end game. So the fact that I've seen the bosses, do I feel like that ruins the story for me? No, because I don't know jack about the boss. All I see is a hitting target. So I don't know why they're there, or what they're there, or their reason, or what my motivation is for killing them. I just see the boss's name. It's like, okay, yeah, well, no, that doesn't skip, or that doesn't ruin anything. Nashim of the Bourgeois Consortium seeks the services of a conveniently unoccupied adventurer. Oh, is this where I can turn in those tickets I got from my mail? Maybe. Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks, and I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here in Limsa Lominsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service, of which the Bourgeois Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to their doorman, Loanword, along with our profuse gratitude. Yeah, we know who those guys really are. They're the rogues. We just did the rogues yesterday. So it's like, no, we know who they are. We're pretty chill with them. They're our friends. They're our homies. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's this person I have to talk to. Maybe not? I don't know what I use these tickets for that I have. Does anyone know where the Cascader uniform voucher is used? Sweet Nick Rosy Cheeks. Oh. More donuts. More donut. Okay, yeah, I remember where that place is. I didn't do much in there because there wasn't much to do well, there was plenty to do, but I just did like I said, I did the main quest and just jetted as soon as I was done, so I'm gonna have to check that area out a lot more carefully when I get there again. The goblin merchant Sweetnix appears to be in some distress. Shh! Sweetnix is beauteous gobby and crafty smart tradesmaker. Sweetnix makes busy deal with uplanders. Need delivery letter to gate of Mealvan, but Sweetnix has shiver shakes. Uplander walks to gate Middlevan for Sweetnix. Uplander delivers letter to tax lady. Yeah, we'll deliver it. Then I gotta hold on to these, I'll be holding on to these letters for quite a while, I have a feeling. Because isn't Mordona something like level 35-ish? 35, 40-ish? Give or take? It's the end game hub for a Realm Reborn. Okay, so it's closer to 50-ish then. Yeah, I'll be holding on to these tickets for a long time. That's okay. I'm in no hurry. Some of the guild members that I'm in now, they're like, you should just rush to 80, and I'm in my head going, no, I did that last time. It sucks. I'm not doing that again. Where's Sweetnix with those import records? Without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we shall have to expel him from the city. No, don't expel him. Here's the letter from Sweetnix. The only thing written on this slip of parchment appears to be a mess of squiggly lines and randomly positioned ink blots. Why, these are Sweetnix's records. Glad I am to see they were submitted in time. Honestly, you would think that goblin would have lost his fear of our offices by now. Every month he is to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa Lominsa is quite welcoming to foreign traders. Pray convey these words to Sweetnix. Perhaps it will aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. Yeah, I was kind of upset. Well, I wouldn't say upset. I was kind of like, I get what they're getting at, because most people think that what you want to do is all the endgame stuff, but they neglect the journey, and I learned my lesson the first time. This game, it's more about the journey than the endgame. Because even from Lordly and that, from what I'm hearing, there's not much for them to do right now other than their instances to get their tokens and that for the end gear. Granted, there's a lot of tokens they have to get, so they're always running instances, but I want to just take my time. I don't care if it takes me 3 months to get to 80. I'll get there eventually. Yeah, well, I told them I'm in it for the long haul. I'm going to get my characters to 80, but I agree with you. If they start harassing, like, oh, you're not moving up fast enough, I'll just quit the FC. That's not going to be a big bother to me. Uplander delivered letter to gate of Mealvan? Uplander has wide heart and swift legs. Tax Lady has kind backwards for Sweetnix. Sweetnix has outflow of joy for Tax Lady. Sweetnix is happy gobby, gives Uplander jingle shiny. Well, I like jingle shinies. Give me all of your jingle shinies. He didn't give me many jingle shinies, but then again, I didn't really do much for it, so what do I expect? I'm just going to cheat. I don't think I have any reason to take my time. I'm just going to teleport to the Fisherman's Guild. Yeah, so far they've been pretty good about it. They're not harassing me saying, hey, why are you still, like, switching characters and leveling them at different paces? Or at the same pace. Why haven't you started, like, power leveling a particular character? If that happens, I'd be like, well, I told you from the start that this is how I want to do it. If that's not acceptable, then we'll just part ways, because I don't want to be a burden on them. I don't want them upset or whatever, but at the same time, I'm not going to give them the old 1-2 if they try that. Sweet. I'll just point you in the direction and say, there you go. After them. Oh there, Razor. You looking to head inside? No, I'm looking to give you a package. Is this going to be another one of those he pretends he doesn't know me now? What's this then? A parcel from the Bourgeois Consortium, eh? Let's have a peek inside. Ooh, walnut bread and ginger cookies. And a few of them Bismarck finger sandwiches, too. Them consortium calls know the right way to show appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetites, so I'd best save a few bites for myself before I take this inside. Ahem. You let Nassim know we're always here should her boss have need of us again. That was one thing I found weird about this quest. I don't know if it was a bug or whatever, but I talked to that guy before. I went and did my first quest. Then I came back, and it had the talk bubble above him, like to continue. I clicked on him, and then he just acted like he didn't know me or anything. And then was just telling me about the sisters. And then after I closed the conversation, I tried again, and then he's like, "Oh, you're back from your quest. Why don't you come on in?" It was so weird. It was like, wait a minute. A second ago you were saying, like, you don't know who I am, and you're just a simple doorsman at a sister's convent. Yeah, might be AR just being ARR. That's fine too. Like, I've never played a perfect MMO or game where there's no bugs ever. It doesn't bother me when I run into bugs unless they're game breaking. If they're game breaking, then it annoys me. You've delivered the package as I requested. Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiments to my superior. What manner of services do the dutiful sisters provide? I'm quite sure an adventurer of your stature has already glimpsed the truth behind the facade. For a business such as ours, the presence in this city is incredibly reassuring. Yeah, we know who they really are. Why would you even ask that? I think I need to slap my character upside the head. It's like, you dolt, you know what they are. Okay, Dalika. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say? A missing persons list? I'm not sure I follow. A disturbingly long list of people who have gone missing in recent moons. Thanks for bringing me the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through the Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm on constant watch here, and undercover so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there's shady characters skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick 'em out. Hee hee hee. There we go. Oh, now what does Tanmo want? Tanmo needs help keeping the city a bright and cheery place. Sounds like you're already in the Yellow Jacket's good graces. You truly are a model adventurer, a paragon among your fellows. Do you think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go and fill up all the street lamps with oil so that they stay lit through the night. But thanks to this business of missing people, I simply can't up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'd be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sissy-Poo in the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here, and she has care of our stores. Alright, yeah, we'll do that for you. Now we gotta talk to this gate guard about lambs, I think. The Bismarck wants fresh lambs, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, friend, I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through Zephyr Gate and follow the east path and south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. One of the first game-breaking bugs in this game was back in Shadowbringer. Background on it is, there's a special limit break you can do, but it was supposed to only be in squadrons, aka AI NPCs you can run dungeons with. It does, plus 100% more damage if I remember right. Anyhow, some people figured out you could just type it in chat to do it, and would cheese savage fights with it. Oh jeez. That seems a little crazy. Yeah, I would say that's game breaking. I've seen it done live and from a DPS meter. At the time, 5 to 7k was good for DPS. It would take them to 11 to 14. Wow. Oh, Stormblood, yeah. They patched it ASAP. Yeah, I bet. There was a game-breaking bug like that in World of Warcraft back in its hype, or back with what was that expansion called? Burning Crusade. That's it. Where paladins had this ability that would let them stack crit based on how often they use this one ability, and people were telling the devs that it was a broken ability and needed to be fixed, and they're like, no, it's working as intended. So this one guy got a friend of his together, and they got a dagger. They went out and fought trash for like 2 hours or something, maxing out their stacks of that ability, and then they went out and they found a world boss. The paladin ran up and hit the boss once with his dagger using the special ability and one-shotted it. The funny part about that is that ability was patched like 3 or 4 hours later. But yeah, the amount of damage that one little dagger did on that paladin when he took full advantage of that game-breaking bug was unbelievable. He did something like 4 or 5 million damage to the boss. Back at a time where 1 million health was considered crazy on a world boss. So he just ran up, boom, one hit the thing, and then took all the loot and left. And he didn't try to like exploit it or anything. He did the video live for the devs and told them to come watch it while he did it. And when he one-shotted the world boss, they were all kind of like, wait, did that just happen? And then I guess they went into full try to figure out what the heck happened. And 3 or 4 hours later, they did a emergency patch, and after that, you couldn't do it. It would only stack up like 3 times or something, and it did an okay amount of damage, but you weren't going to be one-shotting a world boss with it. In fact, against a world boss after the patch, it was not exactly that, like, you know, amazing. Okay, Sissy Poo, what do you want? You're doing what? What am I to do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddle and tripe about her savings, only to foist it on the first adventurer that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you license to shirk responsibility. And I shall get her oil all right, and a piece of my mind to boot. Well, okay. Now, what would you like? Back in the water. Sissipoo of the Fisherman's Guild wants to order a new fishing boat. The calamity really knocked the wind out of the fishing industry's sails, but fisherfolk are starting to return to the seas once more. It's past time I did the same. But before I can put out to sea again, I need to have a new boat built. Our guilds have always commissioned Nalded and Vermeer for its crafts, but they are beastly busy these days. If you want for something to do, mayhap you could run over to the Armorers Guild and consult with Forge Master Nanza in my stead. I would know how long we might expect to have to wait. Alright, well, let's do that. But yeah, that one bug was... I don't think I've ever seen a game that had a bug that was quite that bad. I mean, that wasn't just completely utterly broken in more ways than one. Okay, the Aftercast is the closest. I've seen games that had like that bug you were talking about earlier in Stormblood. I've seen ones where if you use a particular item at the right time, it will unintentionally like boost your damage or things like that, but that WoW bug I think was one of the worst ones I'd ever seen. Although they do have a famous bug, I don't know if you heard of it, but back it was what was it? Hunter bug, yeah. One of the bosses had a pestering plague ability, which was kind of like a bomb ability. But what hunters found out they could do is they would make sure that their pet got the plague, and then they'd instantly dismiss it. And the plague would stay active on the pet. And then they'd go into a main town that was surrounded by people, and they'd call their pet, and the plague would pass on to all the people around. It was actually both funny, hilarious, and absolutely insane. Like, in one day, they wiped out like pretty much an entire server. Because it would just spread to the NP or other players, and anyone that didn't notice that it was active, because why would you, seeing as you're supposed to be safe there? No one was paying attention, and when the countdown ended, they would explode and do like massive damage to everyone around them, and it just ended up being like NPCs, or not NPCs, player characters exploding everywhere. A new boat for the Fisherman's Guild. I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, we have recently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone has all our hands full. But look, I'll see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I'd be loath to disappoint Sissipu. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavor to have her boat ready in a timely fashion. Aw, that's sweet. That's very nice. Alright. Are we done? We are. Oh, right. That's what I was going to look at. Are we high enough yet that we can turn that in? Or are we still stuck? Armor and blacksmith, both in that. Okay. Yeah, we're still stuck with that quest for a bit. Alright, no problem. Let's go to the Zephyr Gate. I said it all frightening like and scary. It scared me a little bit. And I'm still running around naked as a warrior. God, I love this job. You can run around naked and be totally unafraid of things. You're like, armor? Who needs armor? Armor's for noobs. I'm just gonna swing my axe at anything that gets close. No, I'm kidding. It's because I was a true sproutling and I threw away all the low-level gear, so I don't have any. Like all the level 5 stuff, I chucked it, so I have to be level 10 at least before I can start putting gear back on. I was sitting there going, what do I need level 5 gear for? That doesn't make sense. I'm just going to throw this all out. And then I'm sitting there going, well, actually, that was probably a bad move. Oh well. We're doing fine, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we're leveling our next characters on, well, tomorrow when we go to Gridania. Because then we're going to have all the melee DPS, and with no level 5 armor, well, let's hope that their DPS is high enough that they don't have to worry about wearing armor until at least level 10. If it becomes a problem, we're starting to actually make money now, so we'll probably just like buy some level 5 stuff, or maybe even use our crafters and build it. That would be fun. Maybe build our own gear. But we'll see what needs to be done. We will not let ourselves die because we didn't get gear. Mainly because that would be embarrassing. So, Razor, why did you die today? Well, I died because I threw all my gear away and said I didn't need it. Oh. Well, that was a good reason. Let's do the level 5, and then we can probably do the level 10 on our way back because, or after this, because this should get us to 10 after we turn this in and all our other quests. Rotgim. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone, are ye? I've 3 nice hard rocks for ye to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit 'em with a good, solid, heavy swing. Okay, well that's easy enough. I can do that. Destroy the solid rock with your heavy swing ability. Okay, yeah. I am now the master of sword swinging. Or actually axe swinging. I'm not even the master of saying what weapon I'm using. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have at 'em a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Okay, so I guess I have to attack 3 more rocks? Alright, that's fine. That's 1. If she asks me to attack 3 more rocks, I'll be a little annoyed. I can't remember. Oh man, that was a long time ago since I did this. Back in my day. Aye, I can see you're natural. Me head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axemaster Wen and let him know you're ready for something harder. Alright, well, let's do that. But for Final Fantasy, though, I thought that DPS meters aren't really allowed. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if they're just considered taboo or you're actually not allowed to have them and it can be risky or whatever, but I always hear people say just don't have them. I don't know why, though. They are. Just don't be an ass, for lack of better words. Oh, okay, so it's not like you would get booted or an account banned for having it as long as you're not being a jerk about it. So it seems like they will come down on you more for harassment than actually having the mod. So it's not the mod that they punish, it's the poor behavior. I guess that makes sense. Wait, why won't you talk to me? What do you need? Oh, geez, that's a level 60 quest. Yeah, no wonder you don't want to talk to me. Okay, so I want to go back to the Drowning Wench. Oh, and the Bismarck. But let's actually... I'm just going to go to the Aftcast. Yeah, because I heard so many different things. Like, some were like, oh, if you have a DPS meter, they'll, like, ban your account and that. And I heard other people saying, no, they don't really care as long as you aren't harassing people. And I've heard other things, so I never knew which one it was, so I always stayed away from them just to be safe. Which kind of sucks, because I always was wondering in dungeons just how good or bad was I doing, but I never knew. Yeah, so you slew a few rats. Good on ye, lad. This bloke comes through the other day and plops this huge sack the size of a bleeding goboo on the counter, saying any man what slays rats can have something from within. When I inquired as to why, all he says is the damn noise they make when scurrying about is driving him insane. You ask me, though, he was already a bit touched. Something tells me the poor lad'll never find peace. Poor guy. Let's go with... No, we're at the point now where we kind of don't need that. I probably regret that, but I have to admit, I saw the shinies and I was like, I would rather have shinies. I would rather have the Jingle shinies. Because Jingle shinies is good. Yep. Freezing's starting to wear off on my tooth. Dang it. Have you had any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry. The guests are arriving any moment now. Fresh lamb. Lamb meat so fresh it still smells of the mother's teat. Okay, that's a little disturbing. 4 slices of fresh lamb, and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. 'Tis times like this I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par, so when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made its provisioner instead. That way, I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. Okay, well, we're going to take... Yeah, those are just weak gloves. Now I know why I threw away all the level 5 gear. It's like +1. Is that going to make a huge difference for the length of time I'm going to be wearing it, which is like 5 minutes? Probably not, and it takes up a lot of space. That was my reasoning. And so far, I don't think I've run into a class or a job that was so weak that depended on their gear for the first 5 levels, or they were just doomed. And the rogue doesn't count either, because I know I said that they were pretty low DPS for the start, but I did have a rank 10 gear, and their DPS didn't seem to jump up significantly with the rank 10 stuff, so... But once I got to about 15 or 16, that's when their DPS started to really fall into place, I think. Then you can really start hitting hard. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Razor? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Steed, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwillingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Silkweb. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Yes, we will devastate all of the crabs. Like I said yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I love crab meat. I could eat that stuff all day. There's no such thing as a bad crab. No matter how you prepare it, I'm probably going to eat it. And feel no guilt. I don't feel guilty about eating all of the crabs. If they didn't want to be eaten, they shouldn't be so delicious. Ah, Razor, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose Rin expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalo crab nest near the Morning Widow in Lower Lanasia. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Oh, she's warm and fuzzy for a healer. For some reason, I get the feeling she's the kind that's like, I won't let you die, but I'm not exactly a big fan of you either. That's fine. You don't need to be friends with everybody, you just need to be professional and polite. So I don't need her to love me, I just need her to do the job. That's how I see it anyway. Speaking of lamb, tonight I got myself some gyros or gyros, however they pronounce it. It's Gyro, a Greek dish. Has lamb meat in it, or sometimes goat, and nicely spiced with pita and some veggies like onions and that, some tomatoes, some tzatziki sauce. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, I bought a kit and you cook it up yourself. I cooked them up yesterday. I made more than I'm going to eat. And the reason I did that is I can just heat them up today and tomorrow and just eat them that way. Granted, they probably won't be quite as delicious as the freshly cooked ones, but I love gyros enough that I don't really care how they cook them. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him, and I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Razor. We need to move. Now. So that's going to be absolutely tasty. 1 second, I got to reply to my brother. Families. Love them. I love my brother. He's hilarious. Uh-oh, there's a little kid surrounded by these crabs. We should kill the crabs. Yes, axe in the stone sounds good. Let us in there. We gotta protect the kid. Ah, bugger and shite. Get away from me, you bloody great bastard. Okay, enjoy your nap, Angara, and thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll see you again soon, hopefully tomorrow. So take care until then. Alrighty, let's kill these crabs. And then I'm going to turn them into a stew. I shall put them into a pot. Cook them up nice and hot. Oh, there's more molting crablings. Where are you, crabbies? Get over here. There you are. Come on. I got plenty of axe for all of you. I'm gonna kill you. Now I'm gonna kill you. Now I'm gonna kill you. You're done. Now we're gonna go after this one. Oh, there's more molters. Man, I don't even get my AoEs yet. I get my first one at 15. That'll be my overhead slam, I think it's called. I must have that ability. It's nice. Some of these bastards hit harder than boulders. Well then, I guess it's good practice, isn't it? Yes. Okay, there's a couple more. So far, none of them are hitting me worth being totally afraid of. Oh, duty complete. Perfect. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more, what with these scary monsters about. Me ma and me dad, they was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An aurochs, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. Aye, make it pay for what it did to me folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Razor here who will be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. Let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Razor. It's time you headed back as well, before Wern begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. Yeah, just wait till I allow me to gather up all them crabs with the nice big rope and bring them back to town. Butcher them up properly. Have crab meat for a couple weeks. Sounds delicious. What level is that one? I think that's a level 3. Let's see if we can actually hit this thing for damage. Oh yeah, I think we can actually beat this guy. As long as we keep moving out of the way. Oh yeah, we'll be able to beat this guy easy. Nope. You are not going to tentacle me to death. Nope. Let's go. We'll kill that. 2 or 3 more hits and he should be done. One more hit and he should be done. There we go. We beat that thing. That'll get us a gold. Perfect. Let's go back to town. That should get us to 10. So that's good. Alright. Let's turn this quest in. Do we have any others? No. We're currently just working on our marauding quests. Oh, my knee. Okay, marauding time. Check. So, you have shattered the shells of the megalo crabs and saved the life of a child in the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, Razor. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it's unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more ferocious beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of Lanasia, ever seeking to expand its territory. And that boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It's a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Razor? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer that lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Alright, yes, that's what we want to do. We want to become a raging behemoth. That did not level us. I guess we're going to go out and find some duties that we can do. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Actually, there is something we can do. Yeah. I can think of at least one way to get our level up. Hunting log. We can't even do the number. We have to reach level 10 before we can even do the hunting log. That figures. Well, let's do a couple fates. That's weird. This is a level 4, but we're fighting level 2s. We're level 9, and it's like that's not high enough to need to sync our level. Well, that's because it's only a 3 level difference. That's right. Wow, we got a lot of enemies just piling around us. It's actually kind of crazy. That's okay. Yeah, you can join in. Step up to the plate and get destroyed. Oh, I'm actually getting pretty good experience from these things. That's kind of weird. Because they're level 2. But I'm like really close to level 10 now, which is good. So that's where we want to be. Okay, there's another one. Where's the next critter? There's one over there. That Marauder has that one, so we'll take this one. We'll take this one. There we go. We just hit level 10. That gives us our tank stance. That's awesome. And our overhead slam. Oh man, now I have to quick sync my... Let's hope I still get the gold. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, now we unlock the beast gauge. Perfect. That's what I want. So we're going to move some things around because we want this to be up here. That's going to be our... This should be here. There we go. And this... Our HUD should be... Or that's user macros. Don't care about that yet. User macros again. Good job. There we go. HUD layout. Beast gauge we're going to move to about here. Sounds good. Save. Close. Marauder. This symbol indicates the defensive stance Defiance is in effect, which increases enmity. Well, good. We need all the enmity we can get. Piles and piles of enmity. Alright, let's go get our level 10. And we can do... we should be able to sign up for a guild heist at this point, too. So let's do that. As the tank, we should get a... What's the word? Queue quite quickly. Maybe we get a faster queue later on if we play as a healer. We'll find out. Doesn't really matter though. Okay. We're going to take the Aethernet. We're going to go to the Marauders Guild. And we're going to pick up our rank 10. Got that. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Let me in. Let me put up beast stance. Oh, let me put up beast stance. What the hell? Jeez, we got a massive DPS here. Why am I not able to hit anything? Is it this? It must be that. There we go. I knew people were going to be mad at that. I didn't get any of the group together. That was bad. That was embarrassing. Oh well. Things happen. Let's give Nessa whatever. Speak with the Battle Warden to end. That gave us half a level. Oh, that was bad. I know why I couldn't hit anything. Rin wishes to speak with you regarding your ongoing training. Razor, I've gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Seghard bade you slay. The tales named this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain. Such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to Blind Iron Mines. We have had word that the folks are falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these utter unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blade sing in righteous slaughter. Okay. So let's go do that. Slay Galagos. We gotta go back to Lower Lenosica. Is there anywhere I can teleport that's close by? No. Just Lower Lenosica. Well, Lower Lenosia, actually. Alright. Let's see what armor I have. I must have something. Yeah. Once I hit 10, I had gear. That's right. That's level 5. Doesn't look like I have any level 10 gloves. That's fine. It's level 8. That'll be alright. It's better than no gear. It's level 10, so we'll equip that. That's level 8. I think I have a level 10. Yeah, that's 10. 8, 10. Alright, let's put that on. That's a level 5 axe. Makes sense because we're just doing the level 10 quest now, so well, there's the Gabu. Yeah, because we're level 10 now, so we can actually see our quests or our training log. Need to kill 4 of those big guys. That's kind of crazy. That's alright. There's number 2 up in the distance. Probably not going to get a chance to get that one though. Alright. We're going to wait. Come on. Load. Load faster. Now we're going to put up our... Wait. There, beast stance is up. That's all I needed to see. Yeah, beat me up, you stupid skelly. We still got you. Give him the boost, because why not? talk to this guy. Turn that in. Wasn't even enough to get us up there. There we go. Job done. That was done a bit better. Not quite as embarrassed, but still could have done a bit better. But there's always room for improvement. There we go, you're dead. Let's see. Can't do anything else until 15. But we can get one extra run in. If we queue for a tank, we get extra reward, so that'll probably get us up to 11 at the very least. Once we clear our book, hunting log, that should get us to 15. Yeah, I want to run. I was hitting him hard in that, but I didn't realize he's level 17 until I looked after hitting him once and him not really taking much damage. Let's find the level 12 guy for now. Though it's kind of nuts that Marauder would be okay with fighting something 7 levels higher than him if I had a Chocobo healing me or something. Because I didn't need a terribly good healer to stay alive there. I only would have needed a passable healer. Of course, that popped right when I started. That's how it goes. That's how it always goes. Alright, we don't need to worry about that. We got that. That was a lot better. Now we've got this under control proper. Come on, monsters. Where are you? Show your bleeding selves. Of course, I went from doing the amazing job to being a complete scrub. All in like 3 seconds. Beautiful. There we go, we got them. We've got all of their attentions. That's the important part. There we go. Excellent. Player commendation, healer, because I didn't have to worry about myself. And complete that. Done. Done like dinner. That was worth it. Now we can actually fight this guy. I wonder if fighting that... Nah. That would have been too nice. I was gonna say, that thing looked like a Gabu. Maybe I got points for killing a Gabu by fighting that thing. That would have been awesome, but wasn't to be the case. Which means we still need one more Gabu. There's one. We're good. Now we're going to clear out our hunting log to try to get to 15. There we go. There we go. One more hit. One more. Done. Perfect. Now let's look at our hunting book and see what we need. We got the Gabu. Lower Lanasica. Lower Lanasica. Western. Lower. Wait, are those all by the God's Grip? Yes. God's Grip. Orderstone. Western, 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 Western. Upper Lanasica. Okay, so we want to go to God's Grip now, which is a bit of a run. Right there. We're in the right area, so we might as well go do that. And we'll pick up this side quest. And then when we get here, if we can, yeah, by the time we get here, we'll be able to do these quests too, so we'll do all of those. Like I've said, all side quests are going to be completed as well. Oh, can't have my coffee yet. Ugh. Frustrating, I want my coffee. But I'm supposed to wait 4 hours before I eat or drink anything. Alright, let's get your quest. Captain Dosrail, stationed at Oshiran's Embrace, needs you to track down a guard who has abandoned his duties. Yeah? You wantin' to cross Oshiran's Embrace? If ye ain't in a hurry to be someplace, I'd rather ye hold off for a bell or two, presently. The bridge is such a right confusion of wagons and such, the damn thing's like to collapse. We expect a bit of congestion, what with this being the only bridge connecting the roads from dry roads to Limsa, but today's traffic is something awful. Speaking of which, what in the seven hells does Wrist Maga think he's playing at, deserting his post at a time like this? Do me a favor, would ye, lad? Track down that skittish bugger and tell him to get his arse back to directing the chaos at the Embrace. Alright, where are you hiding, mate? Where are you hiding? Probably hiding here. You better not be napping in the corner here. Bah! 'Twas only a matter of time before they sent someone after me, I suppose. Aye, I heard ye, the bridge is a bloody mess. Truth be told, I wish the damn thing would collapse and save me the suffering. I can't simply wave me hands and have everything suddenly sort itself out. Now can I? And if I try reasoning with those demon-spawned coachmen, I'm like to get me head bit off. Listen, if you're not going to let me be, then can you at least have a word with the more irate wagon drivers? You know, soothe their tempers some? That'll be one less headache for me to deal with. Yes, I will do your job for you. Because that's what a good marauder does, I guess. Now I have to soothe the irate coachman. Seems to be only 2. That's fine. You try to comfort the irate coachman. Perhaps you do have a point. I shall endeavor to keep a hold of my temper, if only to see this situation resolved before the moon turns. Yes, that's what you want. Aw, poor Yellow Jackets working their butts off. Sending the poor Lalafell to get his head bit off. That's not very nice. Well, if you put it like that, then maybe I'll hold me tongue for a bit. Well, that's nice of you. You were nice enough to hold off on berating people who didn't deserve it. Well, I'll be damned. You actually managed to calm them buggers down. You're a miracle worker, and that's the honest truth. All I need is for the drivers to heed me directions without all that snapping and snarling, you see. Well, I'd best be at it afore they lose their tempers again. Oh, and I'd appreciate it if you could let Captain Dorsal know I'm back on the job. She's literally right there. Like, you don't even have to go up to her. You could just, like, wave in her direction and say, I'm going back to work. Ristmaga is back at his post, is he? Your tongue must be made of silver to have accomplished that feat. He can't handle the yelling, you see. The gods only know how such a delicate flower survived guard training in the first place. And he's never going to survive duty at the bridge now that the work on the Victory has a flood of deliveries coming in and out every bloody day. Ristmaga better harden up, or start looking for a quieter line of work. Yeah, I actually agree with that. I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I shouldn't have taken those earrings. It's necklaces and that I need. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's necklaces and rings and stuff that I need. I don't really need the earring, because my earring is going to be pretty good until around level 50 or so, I think. Wherever 290 is for gear level. I don't know what level that is. But I do know that that's how... that's the level of the earring that I'm wearing. Well, it can go up to a level, or to a maximum of 290. After that, it becomes useless. But that's fine. That should last us a good long time, I would think. I would hope. We don't need lightning sprites, but we do need these egg diggers. Yeah, no, you're not. I'm not gonna let you hit me. Not today, Kenner. Not today. Showdown in Little Tokyo. Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. Been a long time since I've seen that movie. It was very bizarre, to put it mildly. It's one of those movies that after you're done, you just kind of look around going, what did I just watch? And why did I watch it? I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't fantastic either. Alright, that's... Oh, no, I need one more of these little guys. These little egg diggers need to die. And then we're good. That did that. We're level 12. We're going to continue looking for the creatures that we need to kill. What are the creatures we need to kill? Fireflies. And the moles. So we need fireflies and moles. And a Mandragora Prince, apparently. Because he started this. I'm probably going to run away. I'm not exactly hitting hard. Let's see if I can stay alive a little longer. Hey Google, turn on all lights.
Got it. Turning on 6 lights.
Hey Google, turn off bedroom lights. There we go. There's light in the place. I can see. I can see. Oh, we got this. We got a healer now, and I'm tanking this thing, so I shall survive. Go on, Prince. Throw out an ability. I've been sitting with my hand ready to interrupt you since the fight started, but you refused to do anything. Terrible. You're like me in that first run I did of that guild heist. That was embarrassing to watch. Oh no. I think the healer's instance popped. That was a failure, but we still got gold and we still got some points, so whatever, we'll take it. Wonder why we failed though. Things look like we're doing alright. Yeah. Fireflies should be around here somewhere. I think. Every time I say that, I'm off. By like a mile. It's like, oh yeah, they should be right there. And then it's like, no, it's actually quite a ways in the opposite direction. I think I'm off again. Yep, of course. There's no fireflies here. Let's look up that hill. I think the fireflies might be around this way. Yeah, you can growl at me all you want. I'm not going to stop and fight you. I don't care enough about you dogs. You don't have anything to me yet. I don't have a quest for you, so maybe they're up here? This is Ashen's torch. What does this guy want? Might as well do the quest. Rost yearns to profess his love to a certain special someone and requires your help to do so. Whilst the Carvens help keep me head clear, a bit of company would ease the solitude. Truth is, with each turn of the sun, I creep ever closer to the brink of madness. All day and all night I dream of someone who might rescue me from this prison. Someone broad and hale, with skin the color of the sea, and eyes what'll suck you in like a maelstrom. Someone like Gimthota. I've been enchanted by your sweet magic since I first saw her. A young lass from the Moraby dry docks on patrol of the God's Grip. She smiled at me, but I was too ed up inside by fear to meet her gaze, and now, since her promotion to head watch, she can't be bothered to make the climb. I would tell her how it is I feel, but me duty to the sailors. Wait. Might be you could tell her for me? I'd make it worth your while. You could take her a nice Lanosian lily bell. You think she'd like that? Aye, I reckon she'd like that. Ain't met a woman that didn't like flowers. Alright, well, we're matchmakers now, apparently. Kinda don't mind, but at the same time, if she really is that strong of a woman, I highly doubt she wants someone that's too afraid to talk to her. But who knows, maybe she would enjoy being the pants in the family. Nothing wrong with that. My opinion, traditional gender roles are outdated anyway. Should be whatever works for the pair. And as long as it works for them, it's no one else's business. Okay, let's kill this thing. Kill it with the fire. Oh wait, I'm not a thaumaturge. So I can't kill it with fire. But I can kill it with an axe. It's gotta be good enough. We really need to unlock retainers at some point. Or we're just going to have to say forget all of our dreams of being master craftsmen and just sell what we've got in our inventory. Because all it is crafting materials, essentially. So we could just sell off all of our crafting materials and just be like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Where are those fireflies, though? It says around here, but I don't see them around here. Well, it doesn't say specifically around here. It just says around God's Grip. And that's where we are. And I'm seeing all kinds of lightning sprites and wild jackals. But I'm not seeing a single firefly. Maybe I have to wait till the evening? Maybe they only come out at night? That would almost make sense, actually. So that can't be it. Why would they do something that makes sense? Let's just turn these quests in. I feel bad. A lot of these early quests so far have been a lot more of trying to find the hunting log targets than actually killing things. I do feel guilty about that. Alright, let's go this way. There's no way in there. Oh, I had to gather some flowers. Search empty heart. This here is empty heart. Okay. There we go. That's why I couldn't find my way. Okay, let's get this guy out of the way. Okay, that's done, that's done. Let's get the next... Well, that's all we needed, okay. I think. Yeah, it looks like we're done now. Okay, that's good. Can we jump here? Yeah, we can. That works. So now we'll turn this in and then we'll try to find those silly fireflies. Even though I have no idea where we might locate them. Mimidoa wants help too, so maybe we'll help Mimidoa. A gift for me from the Candlekeep at Ashen's Torch, but I don't recall ever meeting anyone. Ah, a Lanosian Lilybell. Yes, it's coming back to me now. Rost, I believe his name was. I remember specifically commenting on how I despised my patrols through the god script, for the area is full of Lanosian Lilybells, and the terrible weeds always send me into sneezing fits. While I am flattered, I'm afraid I cannot return the gesture. As head watch of the Morebury dry docks, it is my responsibility to see the peace is kept until the Victory's christening. I simply haven't the time to pay would-be suitors any mind, no matter how desperate they may be. Though perhaps once the ship is complete, I could consider a climb up the peninsula, perhaps. Yeah, well, we'll take your money. We're starting to get to the point where we'll be at a level where we've got much better gear. The Neldeku and Famili's veteran shipwright, Mimidoa, seeks someone to travel to Ashen's Torch in his stead. What ye say? Another initiate, eh? Initiate, ye say? Getting lots of initiates these days? Lots of initiates? What day you say it was? Now I reckon this initiate's here looking for work. Is it work you seek, eh? Well, you need not fret, as I just happen to have a task what needs tending. A dear friend of mine, Ross something or such, is holed up at the lighthouse on this side of the grip. Used to be that I'd visit the lad once a se'nnight to see how he was faring, but me legs just ain't the same since the gout gone and grabbed hold of 'em. I'd be grateful if ye could check on the candle keep in me stead. Oh, and don't you be forgetting to take along 4 curved jackal fangs. Tell him they's from Moda. He'll understand. Okay. Let's pick up this quest too while we're at it. There's Wafufu. Poor Wafufu's food cart is light a few lunches, and she needs help locating the lost meals. Oh, woe is me. I seem to have gone and misplaced 4 of my packed lunches. Whatever am I to do? I can hear Artbrin's belly grumble from all the way over here. I'm certain I've made enough for everyone, so it must be that he either dropped a few or gave some to the wrong fellows. Oh, did you hear that? It was Artbrin's belly again. He does not look at all pleased, does he? I must stay with my cart, but if you could search the dry docks and see if you cannot find those lunches, I'd be eternally grateful. I might even whip together something special for you. Ah! Did you see that? Artbrin just gave me the evil eye. If those lunches turn up soon, I'm afraid he'll come over here and eat me. Well, let's find your lunches then. Oh, there's a packed lunch. Wafufu be needin' one of her lunches back, ye say. And here I was beginning to think the lass had eyes for me. Not that she's me type, mind ye. I like me women a few hands taller, and a few pounds as heavier, and a few shades bluer, if ye catch me drift. I wouldn't have minded the extra meal, though. A man can work up quite a craving when he's been pounding, stretching, and shaping sheets of iron all day. Yeah, I bet. Alright. What's next? Or who's next, I should say. Who's on first? Let's get all the way up. Hey. Where'd that lunch go? And more importantly, why do I not see any? There we go, we got over that. Down here, quickly! Stand aside, venturer. I don't see no snacks around here. Maybe someone's gone off and ate them. Well, it says that they're up, so there must be a way up there. Let's see if we can figure it out. Run around here. Jump. Oh, I think I see how to get up all the way up there. Yeah. There we go. We go this way. And we go all the way up. There's a packed lunch. And finally, Lingstrom, he has an extra lunch. Sigh, don't tell me. You came to collect my lunch. I can see it in them accusing eyes of yours. Sure, I knew right well that none of these lunches were meant for me, what with today being my day off and all, but I never thought little Weifufu would miss just one. If I give her back the lunch, would you promise me you'll not mention that it was I who took it? I don't want the lass to think I was trying to swindle her, though that's sort of what I was trying to do. But she doesn't have to know that now, does she? Right then, carry on. Oh, I don't know. I think she needs to know about your swindling ways. If I have the opportunity, I'm going to rat on you. All hail our Lalafell overlords. I shall protect the Lalafell interests. And if that means tattling on a few people, then so be it. I will take the punishments. Please tell me you found the lunches. I swear, Athbrinth has shifted several paces closer since you departed. Boiled boar, stewed dodo, steamed cabbage, a slab of stone cheese, and a hunch of day-old bread. Everything a hard-working shipwright needs to maintain his or her vigor. That does not sound as appetizing as you might think. 1, 2, 3, 4! You did it! You found all the missing lunches. Now perhaps I can rest in peace, knowing that Aberynth won't be indulging in his cannibalistic fantasies. At least for today. Well, that's frightening, but you're safe for now, so that's all good. Let's move on. We gotta get some fangs. And then we gonna go slay some Galagos. It's nighttime now. Maybe I can find some of those fireflies too. So I remember someone saying that certain mobs you'll only find at certain times of the day. So it's possible that the fireflies don't come out until night. But we need to kill 4 of these anyway, so let's do that. And these things are pretty hardy. Or it could just be my unprepared level. There we go. That's 1 Jackal Fang. There's a lightning sprite. That's not what we're after though, so that doesn't help us any. Maybe around here? If not, we're gonna just have to go down. There's another lightning sprite, but so far there's no sign of any fireflies. That's not good. Well, let's continue looking for the crabs then. There's another jackal, so we'll go beat that thing up. Okay, let's finish this jackal. He's biting kind of hard. That's okay. Dead. There's our third and fourth. Perfect. There we go. We'll get this. This is the last guy we need to kill for our quest, and then we're gonna go look for fireflies. So they keep saying they're around this area. I haven't found them yet, which is mildly frustrating. Did I see any down there? Maybe? No. Maybe they're down here? Possibly? Oh shoot. That was not a smart move. Okay, I didn't get attacked by anything, so it doesn't matter. We're safe. We did not die. I may just do a quick search on Google to see if I can find fireflies in the game. Because I don't want to take all day looking for fireflies. Yeah, I'm just looking it up. Okay, interesting. Let's see. That's a salty strand. That's Candle Keep. Oshrin's Torch. Oshrin's Embrace. The strand. Let's see if they're right. Yeah, I don't care about you, you creature. We'll keep going down. Oh, there's a guy here. What does Ulgi want? Morabit Dry Dock's yardmaster Ulgi seeks someone to aid his crew in taking inventory. I'm looking for a strapping young adventurer, good with his numbers, to help tally our remaining supply of planks and logs, but I suppose you'll have to do. Now, the work on the victory is nearing completion. I need one final count on the lumber we have, so I can determine if we'll need more. I already have Raisin Milzen and Rumel Felimo started on the tally, so speak with them and see what they found. Then bring back the exact number of quarter-deck logs and forecast planks remaining on site. Understood? Yes, I understand. So let's see. Just finished me count of the cedar masts, and the art master ain't going to like what I have to tell him. What? You tell him for me? Well, be my guest then, lad. The Victory, being as big as she is, will be outfitted with 3 full-size masts and 2 smaller masts. Each mast will have its own set of 4 to 5 spars, or cross masts from which the sail hangs. One needs not be a scholarly from Milvin's Gate to know that's a whole hell's worth of lumber. And so just how many mast-worthy logs did I count here? 4. Not 400, not 4 scored, not even 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can take that to the yardmaster. But don't say I didn't warn ye. So the forecast planks. Now more forecast planks. Now I need one more group of these planks. Okay. Now I have to talk to Roimo and see what he or she has to say. 200 oak-bearing planks, not one more, not one less. I counted them twice, and then I counted them thrice more, just for good measure. We may be in trouble, though, if them shipwrights need any more than what ye see before ye. The fires of the calamity claim most of the trees in old Oakwood, and what of those that remained, ye ask? Why, we chopped them down. We chopped down the rest to help build the Victory. Oh, nice. Clear-cutted the rest of the forest to make a ship. Well, let's hope it was worth it. Okay, Yulgi, let's see what you have to say.
I'd love to chat. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Good to hear. Let me know if you need anything.
That was weird? Okay. I trust you had enough fingers to help you through the Italian. So tell me, now, what did you find? Those be grim numbers indeed. The calamity may just be a fading memory, but it seems we're still far from truly healing. As a salt-blooded Lomincian, it pains me to say it, but we may have to turn to them tree folk in Gridania if we're to finish the Victory on time. Yes, you probably will. I feel your tears, and they are delicious. Oh, there's another quest, the Nailed It quest, so let's get that. Then we're going to check over here. Maybe that's where the fireflies are. Okay. This shipwright, or the shipwright Hez needs help heating his rivets. When it comes to riveting, ye could search the realm over, but ye wouldn't find none better than Hez. 10 score rivets a bell I drive, twice that if I'm not in me cups. The key to driving rivets proper like is how hot ye can make the buggers. The hotter the rivet, the stronger the bond she'll make with this steel plate. Problem being, was I to heat me rivets in the forge, they'd be cold as a dead whore's crotch by the time I hauled them back to the Victory. 'Tis why I use the white-hot cores o' lightning sprites, but as you can see, me supply's running a tad low. If it ain't too much trouble, would you be so kind as to fetch me some? You look as if you could take on a whole pack of sprites with one hand tied behind your arse. Yeah, we probably could, but... Okay, fine, we'll do it. Let's do this. And I think I know where I'm gonna look. One spot is here. The next spot I'm gonna look is here again. And if that don't work, I'm gonna look right up here. Because we got a quest there anyway, so why not? It might be there. Doesn't look like you can get down there anyway. Oh, there's lightning sprites still. That's right. That's all that... Oh, there's the fireflies. There's a whole ton of them down here. I guess I just didn't walk close enough to the edge here to see them. Well, that's exciting. That's what we need. So we'll finish this quest. We'll get the fireflies. Get that skip back in our jump. Let's kill all the fireflies. Well, not all. Maybe 3. I'll bet you it's 3. I don't even remember from looking in the book. But 3 sounds good. Oh, it's 4. Well, it was a good guess. 3 seems to be the magic number for these kind of hunting logs. One more hit. Done. I will take these. Hit that. We'll hit this. That should be the last one too. And then we can move on. Okay. There we go. We got our firefly log. This is the path we needed to take. I don't know why I didn't take that path, but eh. Alright, lightning sprites. We need a few of them. I think we needed 3 cores. Yeah, we need 3 cores. And then we're going to make all the deliveries, and then we're going to continue on our quest. Overall, I think we're doing fine. Okay, we're gonna get this last lightning sprite. One more. There we go. Done. Now we'll turn all of our quests in and continue doing our actual job quest. And once we hit 15, it will be instance runs. Right up until we hit 20. And provided we hit 20 in time, tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to actually go to Gridania and we're going to pick up the Lancer, I believe. And get the Lancer to 20. And then we're going to get the Archer, and then we'll finish off with the Conjurer. 3 cores and I can be done with this day's work and back at the alehouse where I belong. Alright, well, let's give the cores. What does it say about them? These white hot cores are sometimes used by blacksmiths and armorers as a source of heat when driving rivets into metal plate. Leviathan's eye, you really done gone and fetched me the blinking cores. Athbrin'll be right pleased to see that, he will. 'Twas the foreman that came up with the idea to use the cores to heat the rivets. A clever one, that man. Sharper than a fang in a fishback's beak. Probably is why he's made chief so quick, like. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. You're done? Have we finished all of the quests in this little town? Yes, we have. Alright. So now, let's... Actually, now we're gonna go get these, jackal fangs delivered. So we need to go out this side, I think. Yeah, we want to go out this exit. We're going to turn this in, and then we're going to... Oh, there is one more quest, the Forbidden Island. We're going to do that as well. Might as well make sure we get all the quests in here done. Okay. And now we can turn in that other quest as well. The good for what ails you? No, we can't. It's well, we'll be 14 soon enough. So it'll be fine. Alright. Rost, let's see if you're happy with the fangs. It can get right lonesome up here all alone, with naught but the wind's chill to keep a man company. Some days I carve jackal fangs to help clear me head of the voices calling me back to the great blue. So I'll give 4 curved jackal fangs. The brownish yellow stain on this sharp tooth suggests a diet rich in carrion. What's this? Mimoda sent ye, did he? Well, ye tell that old man that he needn't waste his few last sons in the realm worrying about poor Rost. I'll carry on as I always have, in the service of the sailors, alone till the day I die. Okay, well, that's depressing. Okay, we're turning this in. Oh, that's where we want to turn it in, right down here. There we go. There he is. Mimidoa. That's the proper way to saying it. Eh? Where'd you crawl in from? I don't recall sending for no nishits. Eh? Razormane? I once knew a lad named Razor. Back when I served on the Cloud Dancer. He was a strapping young lad with teeth as white as a princess's paps. Ye ain't him, though. Nose ain't quite right. And who are ye again? Ah, got something to tell me, has ye? Rost? What's that mumbling milksop whining about this time? No, let me guess. That he's lonely. Bah! Put a pair of warm women in his arms and another for his lap, and he'll be right as rain. 'Tis what I do to help me forget what ails me. Not that old Mimidoa needs much help with forgetting, mind ye. Might be that I'll send him up a few saucy strumpets this comin' eve. Okay, well, that should be all of the quests done. Let's take a look. Oh, right, Candle Quay. There's one there. It's called the Forbidden Island. So let's get that one. Alright, I'm gonna go a bit this way. It should be the right way. There it is. Now we'll get the quest. Milvin's Gate Field Assessor Azunim is seeking help to exterminate an unknown pest. Excuse me, adventurer. Might I have a moment of your time? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zumian, Field Assessor for Milvin's Gate. My work with the Custom House involves the investigation of claims made regarding the unlawful import of restricted items from foreign shores. Recently, there have been a number of petitions made by the residents of Candlekeep Quay concerning a species not native to Vilbrand. If this species is indeed alien to the island, it must be located and destroyed immediately, before it is allowed to reproduce and possibly disturb the natural balance found here amongst the area's fauna. I would ask that you take this lump of fetid dodo flesh and place it upon one of the mounds of soil, thought to be the nest of the invasive species. The odor should draw forth whatever creatures lurk beneath, leaving them easy targets. Sure, let's do that for you. Place fetid dodo flesh on a suspicious mound and slay the creatures that emerge. Alright. Easy enough. What am I talking about? None of these quests are easy. Yeah, they are. They're fun, though. They're really fun. Suspicious mound. What have you got? Let's put the fetid dodo flesh on there. A hungry creature. A miteling. A Thavnarian miteling. Yeah, you don't belong here. Okay, there's another suspicious mound over here. Oh, wait. Did I? Oh, there's two more. That'll teach me. I thought I was done. Okay, come on, guys. Come to me. There you go. Good, evil little things. I shall murder you. Okay, I'll murder you next. And you are done. Oh. Full-size mite, not just the mitelings anymore. Okay, that's fine. For a mite, it looks suspiciously like a scorpion to me. Evil stingers. Wait, that's it? Oh, shoot. I didn't even read what the fetid dodo flesh was. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, it's gone. I thought that there was 3 nests. I didn't think we'd put it on one and that would be the end of it. Well, I learned a lesson today. Thavnarian mites? We have collected eggs from cargo carried on ships hailing from rads at hand before, but always in Limsa Lominsa. There are no records of ships traveling to or from the tiny island nation making stops here in Candlekeep Quay, nor would they ever need to. Unless the mites did not come from a ship that laid anchor here, but from a different vessel, one with more heinous motives. I believe this will require further investigation. I thank you again for your assistance. Perhaps I may require your services again in the near future. Yeah, it sounds like you'll need my help in the near future. Let's go. We're gonna beat up Shadow Lurker guy. There we go. That was a good... We got a gold finish for that. Done all the quests. Perfect. Let's go on to our next area. We have to slay Galagos. Which means we have to run all the way. Well, let's see if we can go to Red Rooster with the... I think there's a chocobo keeper around here somewhere. We should take the chocobo. It'll be faster than walking, that's for sure. So that's what we're gonna do, or even running. I mean, we can run at a pretty good speed, but chocobo runs faster. Here, chocobo. I think he's on the other side and up. Yeah, that's where he is. Alright. A little further. Up, around, and out this door, I think. Yeah, I think this is the chocobo stable. That's it. Now we're gonna take the chocobo to Red Roost. Red Rooster Stead, 2 minutes. May have been faster to just teleport to Limsa Lominsa again and then exit that way, but we get to see... We get some scenery while we run. We don't have to worry about being attacked. That's close enough. We'll just dismount and let the chocobo... Oh! Oh, right, rental is different. We had chosen the other option. We could have watched the chocobo run away. which I think would have been funny, but there's the Galagos. There's 3 of them here, and we need 3. That's suspiciously convenient. I like convenient, though. We're almost at 14, so when we turn this in, that'll definitely get us to 14. And then we'll turn in the quest that we've been holding on to for a bit. Maybe we'll do a few leaves or something. There we go. Now I gotta return to the guild, which is just perfect. Okay, take this to the guild. Marauders Guild, that is. We'll go in and talk to the guild master. Welcome back, Racer. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there's yet much work to be done. Kujata, the objective of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Alright. Investigate the wain and defeat the creatures that appear. So we want to go to Summerford Farms. We're going to go to our next quest. Gonna run up the side. There we go. There's the overturned wain. This won't even be our final form for the quest because we don't have the little glowy. Sense a hostile presence. Plain Strider, eh? It's got some foul breath. We do not want to be hit by that foul breath. Not exactly strong though, are they? Yeah, even if there's 3 of them, I don't think it's gonna matter. They kind of die with like 1 hit. Okay, not quite, but it's like 2 or 3 hits, but they're not that tough, regardless of how many hits. Yeah, I'm taking like over half their hit points with a swing. Yeah, you can just keep coming. I'm not gonna let you breathe on me, that's gross. No, you're not breathing on me. There we go. Report back to the Marauders Guild. Okay, excellent. I think I'm actually going to take a quick break just to get my dinner. I wasn't able to have lunch because that's the same time as my dentist appointment was. I didn't eat anything beforehand, so I'm feeling pretty hungry right now. And it's now officially the time that I can eat, so I'm going to get me some lunch because it'll be my first meal of the day. Well, I guess dinner, but same difference. So I'm going to run up to this town. I'm going to take the Chocobo mount to Limsa Lominsa, and I'm not going to end the stream. I'm going to just go make my food and that. Actually, no, I'll end it and then I'll resume it when I come back because I hate having just a dead stream where there's no sound, nothing going on. That's kind of boring. So to make sure that there's no shenanigan things going on, I'm going to wait till the Chocobo makes it to Limsa Lominsa before I shut down the stream for maybe half hour, 45 minutes. Alright, so we're going to have a temporary break here. I'm going to go into Limsa Lominsa just inside the gate. Okay, perfect. So here we are inside the gate. I'm going to be right here, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes or so. Alright, thank you for watching so far, and I'll see you really soon. Bye now.